What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. You know, I do my market watches normally every other day, on weekdays, and I'm starting to do a lot more Twitch. I did my second stream last night. I'm trying to go Monday through Fridays. Wednesday's a little bit sporadic. I'll have an update on that soon, but I really appreciate you guys go check out my Twitch channel, YGOPaisano. Links will be down below in the description, and hang out with me when I stream, when we play some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not saying I'm the best, but it's all about learning. We're learning together, and every single day I play and I get better, and I appreciate you guys calling me on this journey to see how good can we get. Hopefully Konami will get rid of the COVID BS, and then we can go to real events, and that'd be really fun to do as well. I have a lot of other cool ideas for this Twitch stream, though. I like to stream like IRL when it's warm out, riding my motorcycle to like locals, and going in and doing IRL locals and all that cool stuff. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow that, once again, I really appreciate it. Twitch TV, YGO_Paisano. Make sure to go check out the link down below. Once again, it'll get you there. And hit that follow button. Anyway, let's get to the market watch, because Photon Hypernova is hyperinflated. The value on pre-sales of all these cards are insanely high. Now, some of these cards, you really got to question, is it worth buying them at this current value? The answer for me immediately is always no. I never buy into the pre-sale prices of a lot of these cards, because 99.99999% of these cards immediately tank on day one release. With that said, some of these cards might hold good value, like Triple Tactics Thrust. Will it be the card it's meant to be? Will it be good enough of a card? And to be honest with you, I don't think nobody really truly knows if it's going to live up to the hype. Don't get me wrong, I think it's going to see play. That goes without the question. But to what extent? Pressure Planet, Wraith Soth, Kiristiosis, the card over here you see on the bottom. These are all great cards. I think the blowout card, the big value card, is going to be Telements Kashira. And if you get this card at a good price point, good for you. I mean, that's what everyone needs to be focusing on. Whether you're playing Telements, whether you're playing Kashiras, this is your card. Speaking of Kashiras, Kashira, a Rise Heart Starlight Rare, is the card I'm personally looking into. And I'm in a weird position because I want to get this card. But is it worth getting it at this current value? The pre-sale price is currently $400. If you went yesterday, it'd be almost there, $500. Obviously, it's dropping down in value. But at what price? And I think we have the same situation as Telements Rukalos, where Rukalos was insanely expensive and has only went down. I mean, you can see over here, 326. Even 6-month chart, it was 600 on debut. And then the past month, even from 250 to where it is right now, barely holding on 200. It's currently at $190. Will that happen as well to Kashira, a Rise Heart? I think Kashira Rise Heart might hit a price point roughly around 250, maybe 200 ultimately, but I think 250. It really depends if Kashiras can fly off the shelf as a deck by themselves. Because if Kashira Telements are better, well, Kashira Rise Heart actually might be less than Telements Rukalos. Another card that's really interesting is Dark, the Dark Charmer Gloomy. Had you bought this card when it came out, well, decently. I mean, you'd be at some decent value, 274, 259. The issue is, Dark, even though it's one of the most used extra link monsters in the game, has consistently been falling. So what's going on with Starlights? I mean, it's currently $370, but once again, 6-month chart falling, 3-month chart falling, the last month chart falling. It's been falling. Currently at a price point roughly around $370. Is it worth it? It's hard to say no to this card because it sees so much play. For collecting, I don't think it's worth it. I think if you're collecting Charmer cards or Starlights, I think it's a really bad take. But if you're looking to play competitively and you want to have the extra money, if you have the extra money lying around for max rarity, sure. But once again, I really don't think this is the right card to invest for collecting. I think this is meant for more competitive players. All right. If you're looking to play Kashiras, you need Life Force Sword. This card's insane. This card says select one random card from your opponent's hand and remove one play face down. During your opponent's forced standby phase, after this card's activation, return that card to their hand. This card has been rising a lot in value. I recently bought my playset. I only bought 3. But I'm telling you right now, this is probably one of the most not looked at cards in the entire game of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Life Force Sword teamed up with Kashiras is broken. This card might as well say, take a card in your opponent's hand, they don't get that card ever again. Forced standby phase? Or you think your opponent's going to make it to their forced standby phase? 2 things are going to happen. They beat you, you beat them, that's it. So, once again, I don't think this card is worth what it's supposed to be worth. It has been increasing in value. It used to be roughly around $1. And this is super rare, by the way. So, it's the highest rarity version. There's commons, there's rares. I mean, you can see over here, there's a ton of rarity. But the super rare is the money version. This card is a utility card for Kashira, so it's not a main card, but I really like this card a lot. I think this card's insanely undervalued. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a fast-paced game. Turns are usually done by within turn 1 or turn 2. And I think Light Force Sword is broken beyond belief. And I'm really excited to get my playset soon. Hopefully you make sure to get yours, because this is a card I think everyone should get. Another little fun fact, Rescue Aces. So I want to buy this max rarity, which means I need to buy Turbulence and Hydrant. This is what I'm doing myself personally, but if you're looking to get Rescue Aces, I would say do not buy them now. Look at the market price, look at the current price listings in the CRs. Even the ultra rares, they are going down in value. Don't throw your money after this yet. Wait, be patient. I do think in time you'll be able to get your Rescue Aces. Hold on, what if I move my camera over here? What do you think? What do you think, Paisanos? Left or right side? So that way you can see cards. Actually, you get done in either way. Never mind. We're rolling that back. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, then we have this Blackwing Armored Master. Now, the thing about that's so weird about this card is it's been increasing, like, exponentially. Like, it had a huge free fall. It was 170, stabilized around 90. I saw it around 80 in some points, and now it's currently roughly around $150. But it is going down, but nevertheless $150. You can see over here the price shows to be going up. I believe at peak price it was around 170, but it's still now starting to cool back down. I don't know why this card went up in value to begin with. I think the OT first edition version is better. That's myself personally speaking. But hey, listen, if you're playing Go format and you have room for 2 Armor Masters, which normally you do, you got 1 OT, 1 Starlight, and you're looking good. I'm throwing it out there again because I want to keep reminding everybody that Rider Armazier is unlocked. The whole adventure package is unlocked. And the minute we get a ban list, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be wanting to fill in the voids of what is currently banned. And the voids are going to be an adventure package, in my opinion. Now, everyone's kind of agreeing with me as well because the price went from 100 to where it currently is right now, being roughly around $115. The value of the CR Rider Armazier has increased. The Ultra Rare is not far behind it as well. Ultra Rare versions of Rider Armazier from a verifiable seller is roughly around $44. And you can see over here, it used to be $29, $30 roughly. It's increasing in value. And it's going to continue to increase as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players realize we're getting near a ban list. Tournament's going to get hit. We got to fill in those voids. If any of your decks can use Adventure Package, obviously you're going to want to grab this as well. But once again, it is growing up in value. I wouldn't even say it's at peak scared / hype price, but I do think this can continue to go in value higher in the future. Looking at Nightmares, it's been a while since Yu-Gi-Oh! Players actually played Nightmare cards in their extra deck that's not named Telements or Kashiras or what have you. I do think Nightmares will come back into the game. Nightmare Unicorn's a broken card. Same with Phoenix. The CRs have tanked in value. So the question is, do you go ahead and buy yours? Myself personally, I own my CR Unicorn, my CR Phoenix. I'm never getting rid of these cards. I think these are excellent cards. They're really cool cards if you're looking to play any like level 2 deck. Nightmare card the Ibli. This card's insane and highly undervalued. I think it's an excellent card that allows Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, in my opinion, will be using in the future. I owned one of these, and that's pretty much all you need. If you want to buy the Ultra Rare, no big deal. The Ultra Rare is $13, so it's pretty much up there. All right, then we have this. So I want to talk about the Legendary Duelist tokens. I don't know why they stopped making these. I hope they make more of these. Now, I don't own a majority of these. I think I only own Mako Tsunami. I own a couple, but I know I definitely own Mako Tsunami. I really like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Art tokens. These art tokens, I really like them a lot. I really wish Konami made more of these. Obviously, more, I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I guess we do 5Ds because all the young kids in that play this game, it's so weird. Like, everyone loves Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds now, but when Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was actually playing on TV, a majority of people just only cared about Yu-Gi-Oh! Even when the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds ended, everyone still was like, it was good, but, everyone's all bitchy and mopey. Like, I like regular Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is not bad, but, 5Ds is like, everyone's always like, just like, even the main character is like, oh, there's the main guy. He's just like, shit. Like, dude, you're the main character. Like, give me some hope. But nevertheless, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is a good show. It's just nowhere near as good as, like, original Yu-Gi-Oh! But with that said, I would love to see some tokens. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 tokens would be kind of cool. Or possibly Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds tokens, if you could get a frame in them, not in a bitchy face frame. Dashie Cycles is another phenomenal card out of Cross Souls. This card, Original Print Secret Rare, it's really weird. It's currently roughly around $5 to $6. It's one of the very few times you're looking at a chart in which it has tanked this badly. Now, If anyone wants to know, Dashie Cycles, and the reason why it went up in value is because tournaments could use it to get rid of floodgates. And now, since the meta is kind of weird, nobody's really playing that many floodgates. Nevertheless, Dashie Cycles is a phenomenal card, and I do think this card will see play once again. I think it's a great card to hold. I currently own 2. I might get 3. Let me know. Do you own 3? Is it worth it? Now, this is for the original print out of Cross Souls. It has a bunch of other printings, but for $5, $6, it's not a bad price point to entry into this card. Another card that everyone forgot about as well that I want to point at, is very important, is a card called Mistake. This original print out of Specter says, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. It's draw Lockbird for as long as this card's on the field. Now, yes, the card's really dangerous to play, obviously, if you're looking to search it within your deck. But the value's roughly around $3. I think this is a great card once again. I owned the place of this card for years. Don't get me wrong, it hasn't seen play in all the years I owned it. But the effect is so good, it's almost weird not to have this card just lying around just in case. I feel like if you go first and you pop off, and you set Mistake, your opponent is going to have a hard time getting past your board. In fact, I would argue majority of the game states your opponent actually has, you have this card against your opponent after you popped off. One of the very few answers they can actually do would be Dashie Cycles. Realistically, try to Zeus you if they can get it off. If they can't Zeus you, you win that game because of one card. Like, I just think Mistake's such a broken card, and not a lot of you players show the respect to this card, but I do think this is a great card, and I would not be surprised if it saw play. Now, once again, that's the Shadow Specter Secret Rare. You have Premium Gold, ugly ass looking gold. Maximum Gold Rare actually doesn't look that bad. It also came out common, so you already might have it if you got the Structure X Sacred Beast. And it has a Secret Rare reprint in the Mega Pack, which is like 75 cents. So, someone asked me in my stream yesterday, I really wanted to talk about this, was, V, why isn't DPE seeing play? My answer to them was simple, and let me know how you would answer it, but I said, DPE doesn't see play, even though Fusion Destiny is dirt. I mean, look at this chart. Wow. The current value of the card, by the way, is roughly around $29. That is nothing. But the reason why DPE doesn't see play besides in Heroes is because, well, Predator Inverted and Akande. That's how you did it. That was the main way. Don't get me wrong, Fusion Destiny at 3 is great, but if you don't open Fusion Destiny, you're kind of screwed. So, yes, I think Fusion Destiny at 3 is excellent, but for the Predator Plant Verde and Akande, you can't use this card as properly as you would with the card. So that's why a lot of you players are not playing Fusion Destiny in their decks. With that said, Fusion Destiny Ultimate Rare is dirt right now. I think it's a great card. I think DPE is a great card. Even the Starlight Rare value we talked about the other day wasn't insanely high. It's not a bad price point of entry. Now, here's the thing, though. If you buy the Fusion Destinies, if you buy DPE, you're going to turn to me and you're going to go, V, what do we do now? What deck do I play? The only deck you can play this card in, realistically, competitively, is Heroes. That's it. Now, don't get me wrong. Is Heroes the best deck? No. Is it the worst deck? No. Is it a deck people have to respect? Absolutely. And I do think Fusion Destiny will definitely put a lot of respect in the names of Yu-Gi-Oh players that don't think Heroes are good, because going DPE, knocking your opponent out of their spells with Angel, and then having like a Dark Law on board, I mean, that's death. Let's be honest. That's a lot of death. It's really hard for a lot of you players to have answers to get around that game state. With that said, though, once again, I do think Fusion Destiny is a great card, but without playing for an Akande, this card price will stay low. Same goes with DPE. When the Winch Armor Verdant Starlight Rare is probably the number one Starlight Rare I have the biggest issue with in the entire game. We talked about this card in the past, and in the past, it had a price point well over $1,200. I think at one point at peak, you can see over here actually, it was almost near $1,500 a copy for this card. Nobody's playing this card. This card is bad. This card isn't good. You got this card as a vanity card. You got this card to throw an extra deck with other Starlight Rare Charmers to flex, because you don't barely need your extra deck. The thing about when the Winch Armor Verdant is, it's just the crappiest version. Dark should be at this value. Light should be at this value. The Earth one also should be at this value. Wind's going to be going down a lot faster than everyone really realistically gives it credit for. Maybe because it was the first or second Winch Armor Starlight Rare. Maybe that's the reason why. But that value holds no water when you look at the first or second actual Starlight Rare holding better value. Look at the current price point. I mean, someone bought one for $650, $1,000. Do we got a picture of it? I wish you could see the picture of like which one was it? Probably a foreign one. Oh, it's French. 100% a foreign one. Let's see how it looks. I mean, it looks not bad, but if you're buying foreign Winch Armors, you're actually playing. If you're playing Wind to Winch Armor, Okay. Once again, there's 1,800. The price is all over the place. By the way, the 1,000 was bought around technically it's 2 months ago during Christmas time. In November was the last purchase. People are just not buying this card, and those owning it are throwing it on the market. The current value of this card is roughly around $840. It is tanking. It's about to be 50% off, and even then, it's overpriced in my opinion. I think the Winch Armor Vernon, at best, should be around 300. That's the best case scenario. So if you own this card, you're going to want to sell this card, because everyone's going to realize this is not the card. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be a good archetype in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course it's going to be. It's one of the 5, well, not really archetypes, we call those attributes. It's going to be. But is it going to be worth holding on to an $800 card when you could buy it later on for 300? Of course not, and that's what I'm trying to point at here. I always like to talk about one collectible card in this game, and Illblood is that card. Now, here's the thing, though. Illblood actually not only is a collectible card, not only was a $250 card in its heyday when it came out of Tactical Evolution, but Illblood was actually a good card that still sees play in Edison format. The price of Illblood recently has spiked to insane value. If you want to get a first-gen version of this card, it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you roughly around $140. Once again, the heyday of the card was $250, but it's going to cost you $140 for the original print Secret Rare. Now, luckily for you, if you do want to get this card, they do have a lot of reprinting. Super Rare, Common, another Super Rare, Secret Slayers. But Illblood Secret Rare is insanely hard to find. It's a really rare card. Not many of them are out in the market. Not many people actually have any in circulation. This card is a gem. Even on a limited copy of Secret Rare Illblood, I think it's still a great gem to get and hold on to. And if you're looking to play in the SM format, if you're looking to play a zombie archetype, well, some builds actually use Illblood. So it's good for competitive players that play Edison format. It's great for collectors due to the fact there's not many on the market. And for casual players, please don't rip this card. Please don't put a rubber band around your unsleeved Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Please don't do that to us. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and check out my website. Once again, it's YGOPaisano.com. I also have my Twitch as well, so click on both links. On my website, I have field centers, tokens. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Kid Carlos over there. Root Kalos. Live Twin Sprites, Eva Ben 10, Ghosts Collection, all the Ghost Girls, Field Center / tokens. These are absolutely gorgeous. Once again, it's my website, YGOPaisano.com. Any order over $25 gets free shipping. Every order gets shipped out with tracking no matter what. So make sure to go ahead and check my website. Once again, it's YGOPaisano.com. Check me out on Twitch. We're going to be streaming. I got a lot of plans for Twitch. We're back into the grind of doing Twitch, but I'm really, once again, growing as a competitive player again in the game. I did slow down for a bit there because Konami's recent COVID policy and whatever, but I'm getting back into it, and I greatly appreciate you guys coming with me on this journey. We're already playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Love to see you there. It's your boy V, and you guys also have a great day.